with no further ado, we're going to focus in on 5 key learning objectives today. When we successfully completed this webinar, you'll be able to describe the key characteristics of an effective performance reviewer, describe the stages of a coaching relationship, to build an understanding of a client's needs. What I suggest here, and I was taught this a long time ago, is to treat each and every one of our direct reports as our clients. These are the people who we are here as our number one job as managers to support their success. So to build an understanding of each and every one of our direct reports, our clients' needs, and your ability to help both as a coach and as a reviewer of their performance. We'll also take a look at the coaching strategy spectrum and provide you with some structure, some thoughts along the spectrum, and help you, for each of your direct reports, choose a coaching strategy that fits your abilities and the needs of each and every one of your clients. And finally, we'll offer some suggestions, and of course I'll answer your questions, that will help you implement your strategy in ways that help each and every one of your direct reports, each and every one of your clients, become a better and more independent performer. Okay, so when we think about the performance management life cycle, I respect and appreciate everyone who says, well, you know, you need to start with the planning phase. And let's just say I'm close to being in agreement with you with one addition. I choose to believe, and experience has taught me, that whenever I bring in a new hire, I focus first and foremost on what motivates them. I ask questions around motivation, even in the initial interviews. This is before they're hired. And then I specifically sit down with a new hire after we've made the hiring decision to revisit specifically those questions about their motivation, what motivates them. Because part of what we do at our firm, and I just have to think for a moment, how many people do we currently have working in our firm? Let's see, so I'm counting administrative, then we have 6 client project teams right now. Yeah, so we have about 46 or 47 people, including me, working at our firm. And what experience has taught me is extraordinarily important is I want to know as best as possible, and I believe it's part of my job as president of our consulting firm, to understand what specifically motivates each and every one of our team members. So I just suggest from experience that, yeah, we'll get to the planning phase in just a second, but to start first by understanding, when we understand as fully as possible what motivates an individual, we can, of course, craft rewards and incentives that they value. What we do for each and every person's responses to those questions about motivation is we then show them our menu of rewards and incentives, and we ask them specifically which of these appeal to them especially, and is there anything not on the list that they would suggest. And twice over, oh my goodness, let's see, the 24 years that we've been in business, twice has a new hire suggested a new potential benefit. And on both of those occasions, what we did was we sent out a quick little one-question survey. And what we say to them is, one of you have suggested a new potential benefit. What is the appeal of this to you? And as you might expect, both times they voted overwhelmingly to buy into it. And I can tell you, I'm laughing a little bit because these are actually two of our more popular rewards and incentives. We do have a parking space in our parking lot that actually has a sign on it. It says Pinnacle Performance Employee of the Month, and so we instituted that that was about 15 years ago, and we also offer dinner for two. In short, we offer three primary monthly incentives and rewards, and it's based on feedback from clients. We also do put it to a vote of all of our people. We outline the specific accomplishments for which they're being recognized, and we ask everyone in our firm to vote for people, and they're able to cast 3 votes, and the top 3 vote getters, the 3 prizes among which they pick is a free parking space, which in Boston has a great amount of value. Secondly, they are offered an opportunity for dinner for 2. And yes, there's a certain budget amount that's set. And also 2 theater tickets in the city of their choice, and again, with a specific dollar limit. And I just want to give credit where credit is due for those specific rewards. We started to get an idea about rewards such as these from the New York Eye and Ear Infirmary in Lower Manhattan. So a big shout out to Hugo Pizarro and all the good people at New York Eye and Ear Infirmary. Okay, let's move on. So rewards and incentives, very important. We move next to the planning phase, and of course there are 2 plans we want to develop for each employee. One is a performance plan, and the other is a professional development plan. So that's what we do there. Then the achieving our goals phase, that happens over the course of the year. And we look to structure people's goals in a way where they can understand and appreciate certain monthly milestones. So whenever we craft a goal for an individual or for a group of people, we always look to break it down into 12 pieces, because I'm a big believer that when you have a goal, of course you want to achieve it over the course of the year. And let's say one of your goals is to bring in 12 new accounts. I'll use a simple mathematical example. Well, of course, everyone understands it's 1 a month, okay? And so any month where you bring in 2 or more, there would be an additional reward and incentive, as long as you are continuing to maintain either at pace or ahead of pace of your yearly goal. And then that brings us back to the evaluating and rewarding phase, which of course is when we conduct performance reviews. Okay, so why conduct performance reviews? Well, doing so enables us an opportunity to provide feedback and to increase communication. And part of what plays into this is over the course of many years, I've heard from people, sometimes they happen to be in an organization where we are currently consulting, and we start to hear from people sometimes that, I was due, 2 months ago for my performance review and I haven't had it yet. And that, of course, throws up a big red flag, because that tells us at a minimum that once a year these people are not getting feedback they're supposed to receive, when here we are, reminding people, and we do so throughout today's webinar, that regular, constant constructive feedback is warranted. So we conduct performance reviews that will provide feedback and increase communication. And frankly, conducting performance reviews, even once a year, helps improve people's morale, behavior, and their performance. So I had a couple of thoughts here at the bottom of this slide. First is focus on the person sitting in front of you. And that's a reminder to us all whenever we are meeting with someone one-on-one, whether it's coaching, providing performance feedback, or the annual performance review, we want to give them our undivided attention. There should be no interruptions, of course, no phones, no texting, no checking email, no accepting phone calls, with some rare exceptions. But bottom line, a performance review should be conducted with us giving the individual we are providing feedback to our undivided attention, eye contact, listening, focusing, okay? And the second reminder there is that daily feedback eliminates UG. Now, I'm a realist as much as you are. I realize it would be, let's just say, extraordinarily challenging for most, if not all of us, to provide every single one of our direct reports with daily feedback. However, when we can provide, let's say we manage, 20 people. I mean, if we can provide, 4 people a day with daily feedback, and we do so, evenly and distribute that equally among all 20 of the people who report to us, well, then everyone at least receives one piece of weekly performance feedback. Think of it that way. Don't you like to receive regular feedback yourself? Yeah, we all do. Okay. And of course, we understand that feedback is ongoing, open, two-way communication between two or more people. It's important to think of feedback perhaps in several contexts. And one of the contexts that we want to explore are characteristics. So feedback is constructive when it's specific. We focus on.
Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to watch this clip from one of our online meetings. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, stay up to date, and stay compliant. This video is brought to you by GRCTS. We are also known as GRC Training Solutions. And here's a quick information about us and what we do. We conduct many compliance and non-compliance training courses throughout the year, covering some of the most important areas within several industries. Our focus is to provide the best and the most up-to-date classes to our audience. All training modules are designed and facilitated by industry subject matter experts who possess years and years of experience and understand compliance very well. Our customers attend our online classes from all over the world. If you're not available to attend live meeting classes, you can always opt in to get unlimited access to our on-demand or recorded classes. We also provide in-person and face-to-face workshops, on-site workshops where our experts will visit your company at your location and train you and your colleagues, LMS trainings, and finally corporate subscription plans where you pay a little amount to enjoy unlimited access to our courses. We have monthly, quarterly, and annual subscription plans. Here's our contact information for you. If you're interested in learning in any of these topics, or if you know a colleague or a friend who might benefit from our classes, please contact us or visit our website for more information. It's www.grcts.com. You can always send us an email, support@grcts.com, or just give us a call, 248-233-2049.